I'm going to tell you a secret that you probably didn't know. Most of you are incredible explorers. Since very little, you have been exploring your own path, reaching new places. But for some people, like me, this ability was harder to develop. If I were asked how my path reached here, I will tell you that last year I was there, sitting, just like you, while my sister was speaking. It was in that moment that I knew it. I wanted to explore being part of LGLA. If I were asked why I joined BBYO, how I chose secondary school, or how I started in the Math Olympiad world, the answer will always be the same name. Micaela's, my sister. Since I have memory, I want to do what she does. For example, when I was in preschool, she started first grade. And what do kids learn in first grade? To read and write. So I wanted to know it too. I was so eager to know what she knew, like my mom had to copy her homework so I could do it too. Since I'm very little, I have been copying her. I use the same clothes, watch the same TV series, and sign up for the same activities. Over the time, this extended to more important decisions, such as choosing high school specialization or how to spend my free time. It seemed that simply following her steps was the easiest answer. At this point, many of you might not find a logical reason for it, and think that I could just ignore her. But let me give you this dilemma. You're lost in the jungle, and you find an already walked path. Not only that, you know exactly all the dangers you will find along the way. Would you take it, or would you explore for a new one? I'm pretty sure you choose the first option, and that's exactly what I do. I have a sister who was in the same situation 2 years ago, and knowing that since we are so similar, if I follow her steps, I will probably get the same results. Isn't it much easier to have a sort of guinea pig that tries things before you do? That way, I copy her, knowing how things will turn out, and almost every time turn out well. And even if it doesn't, we know the saying. Better the devil we know than the devil we don't. So I just copy her, walk an already walked path, but maybe perfecting a little the curves and taking the shortcut she found after. Everything seems easy and nice, doesn't it? Well, in real life, it doesn't work like this. For doing the same things, you don't get the same results, and this leads to frustration, disillusionment, disappointment, and I could continue listing adjectives. By copying her, I make inevitable for others to compare us, but worse, I make inevitable for me to compare with her. And unfortunately, the standards are set very high. Since I have memory, I have courage. And yes, this is a very difference between us. My younger self don't know it, and it was a whole process to accept it. I saw that my sister had straight hair, and so did my friends. I saw that they woke up in the morning, they brushed their hair, and it was styled. But if I do that, frizzy hair. Over the time, I accepted my curves, loved them, and treat them, but what they are, curves. Another big difference between us is that lilac is my color. Maybe because it was imposed to me when I was little and I adopted it, or I don't know how the story began. But lilac is my color and my identifier. My things are lilac, my clothes, my phone case, and even the walls of my room. And hers is pink. And I believe this is a characteristic of only mine. Neither hers, only mine. These are little things that make my path a little more unique, but maybe are just details and don't make the path fully mine. It's still hers. When I started first year of high school, they gave us an opportunity. The UN Debate Workshop. It basically consisted of preparing to attend in the United Nations simulations, where we will debate about different topics. My sister had never done this, but I decided to give it a try. By doing this, I learned a lot and acquired skills, and it's a space I really enjoy. And above all that, I made a lot of friends. And yes, this at the end is a competition, but I don't feel the pressure of winning. It's just about enjoying and learning, not standing out and winning trophies. As I made this step with that workshop, I also made it in the field of sports. I went from years of playing tennis, the sport that my parents played and which I was enrolled when I was very little, to playing paddle. I didn't inherit a paddle racket. We went and buy one just for me. Nobody in my family had played paddle before, neither my sister. And this was again a great choice. Paddle is a sport now I love, and I play a lot. And I won't lie you, I'm not very good at it. But that's not a problem, because I have nobody to compare to. It's just of having fun of practicing some sports. This is how, little by little, and at the first with smaller things and gradually bigger ones, I started finding my own hobbies, taking my own decisions, walking my own path. And yes, I find myself in terrible deserts and dangerous jungles, but also in beautiful beaches, where I can enjoy of my achievements, those I made on my way. And I won't lie to you. Nowadays, I still keep a close eye to her path, but I no longer walk it. Instead, I'm close enough to turn to it when I need it, but far enough to make my path my own path. Thank you.